So Sean, is there anything that you has particularly stood out for you when choosing this university over others?
Yeah, so personally I chose the university because it was close enough to home where I could still travel home, but then also I was away from home so I could have that student experience, so I think is very important.
Yeah.
Especially on this course, it's quite a stressful course at times, so I think it's important that we have that balance of having student life and being academically focused as well.
Yeah, definitely.
So definitely this course ticked those boxes for me. So definitely I think choose a course where you feel you're going to be most comfortable. It's really important that you're happy where you are. So that would be my advice really.
You know, one of the things that I was looking at to do with this course was the fact that they had integrated placements into each of the modules. So it would kind of go, you have some teaching, and then you go on to do the placements where you could then demonstrate those skills and kind of refine them a bit more, rather than having the pressure of doing all the teaching in 2 years, and then going on and doing like a whole placement year. You know, it just gave you a really nice, breaks up your studies, but then also your studies help to break up the time on placement, because that can be quite taxing as well. Yeah. So for me, it was just the variety helps to keep it quite fresh.
I think that's again, so we've been given loads of support for our placements. Yeah. So I think that's been really helpful. We haven't just been told this is your placement and kind of get on with it. There's support throughout the whole 3 years of the course. And there's always time to reflect on your placements afterwards, give feedback, and they're really accommodating with your needs. So that's really helpful. I think the placements on this course are really, really good.
Yeah. So I think another thing to say, possibly talk about the extra opportunities beyond the course that we get. So something to do with reps, which is registered exercise professionals, and then also things like we do a sports massage course. These aren't particularly included into the university, into the normal teaching, but they're integrated fairly well. So it means that if you then want to go and do this course, the university will offer you subsidised fees, and it just means you get to add those additional skills to your portfolio that you can use, you know, if you're looking at getting jobs, like part-time jobs whilst you're at university. So like Sean,
working as a fitness instructor at the university gym, so that's through again the physio course providing us with a discounted reps course. So that's been really helpful, and I've learned a lot from that job that I can apply to the physio course and vice versa. So it's been really beneficial to kind of, it is CPD, so it's your continued professional development. It's not just what you do on the course, it's what you do outside of it as well. So I think that's something to account.
And then, you know, I'm working for Active Students, which is a branch of the university, and which, you know, that offers sort of sports for all the students across all backgrounds, and that's completely free. So that's looking at kind of my health promotion skills. So that's good for me as well. It gives me a bit of a balance as well as having a job. All right, so Sean, probably our last question. Can you tell us about any particular experiences you've had with the learning environment here at UH?
So the labs are always open essentially during the week. Between appropriate times you can use the labs. You can use, we have a massive LRC, so our Learning Resource Centre, which is open 24 hours a day. And we're pointed in the right directions as well with things such as through StudyNet or whatever site will be used. I think we're changing that from StudyNet. But there's learning resources online and links to appropriate resources through there as well as the lecturers having an open door policy. So you can always, if you have any questions before a lecture, after a lecture, during a lecture, you can ask a lecturer, you can come into their office, discuss it a little bit more. They're always really open and happy to see you and speak to you about any concerns you have. And you obviously have your personal tutors. So we have our personal tutor meetings throughout the semester, and that's just an opportunity to catch up, to get some guidance and some support. If you are having any problems, they're really, really helpful with discussing all your options. So I think that's something that's really nice that the university offers. Yeah, and
then just following on from that is just generally in like the practical side of things. Generally our practicals are quite relaxed, so they encourage discussion, you talk to each other a lot. and the lecturers, they encourage us to work with other people in our classes, and they mix up the groups between the years as well. The point of this being that you get to interact with as many of each other as you can, which is, it's good for you professionally because it means you get to build rapport, you get to try techniques on lots of different types of people, but then it's also just good for your university life because it means you're more likely to make friends and you get some really close knit groups on the physio course, so you'll definitely make some friends while you're here.
We're a good bunch of people.
Cool. Modest as well.
Yeah, modest.
All right. All done?
Yeah, I think so.
Lovely.
Cheers.